Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Yari Hearts Books. My name is Yari or Jari, and today's video is going to be my top 5 favorite Sophie Kinsella books. If you guys know, Sophie Kinsella is one of my favorite authors, so I thought that I would share with you guys my top 5 favorite books by her. So yeah, so let's just hop right into it. It's really in no particular order, but this first book, I'm gonna mention there is some significance to it. So the first book I'm going to mention is Remember Me, obviously by Sophie Kinsella. The reason why there is some significance to this book is the fact that this is the first book I picked up when I decided that I wanted to start reading for fun and find some books that I would enjoy to read on my own that wasn't school related. So yeah, I remember going to a Barnes & Noble with my friend Kelly, and this is the book that I picked up. Yeah, and this is what started my road to read more Sophie Kinsella books, and then leading to reading other things. And then I somehow found my way to fantasy, which I love. So this book is about a girl named Lexi. So the book starts off with her being 25, and basically when she's leaving a club with her friend, she ends up falling, she hits her head. And then the next thing, when she wakes up, everything is different. She's in the hospital. She thinks she's in the hospital because she fell and hit her head. But she starts to realize that she lost 3 years of her life. And that's her being 25 and falling down in front of a club. That's the last thing she remembers from her life. And it's actually 3 years later. She's actually has been in a car accident, and she remembers nothing of the past 3 years. She now has like perfect teeth. She's married. She's really fit, and she's just really confused as to what is happening. This just follows her trying to remember past 3 years of her life and like what's going on, and just like, yeah, and all the changes that has happened in the 3 years that she doesn't remember. Like, one of the things is that she's not as close to her best friends as she was 3 years prior. So she's just trying to figure out this new life and trying to remember like the last 3 years of her life. I feel like I didn't do that great of a job explaining what the story's about, but I really enjoyed it. There were some really funny scenes that happened because it's Sophie Kinsella. All her books there's usually something really outrageous and hilarious that happens. And then there's some of the situations that she gets herself into because she has amnesia. It's just really funny, and just her like just trying to figure out, because imagine you wake up from like a coma and then you are married to this person you don't know. Like, that's awkward. So there's also that. What I'm gonna talk about is 20s Girl, and the main plot line of this book is the fact that it follows a girl named Lara, and her great aunt Sadie has just passed, but then at the funeral she ends up seeing a ghost, and it turns out to be the ghost of her aunt Sadie, and her aunt Sadie's like telling her like to stop it. Basically she wants Lara to find this firefly, I think it's a firefly necklace. So the whole book is like her trying to find this firefly necklace, and there's also romance involved, and Sadie just trying to like make Laura a little bit more, I don't want to say interesting, but a little bit more interesting, I guess. I don't know, or like just get a little bit out of her comfort zone. So yeah, I really enjoyed this book. I loved both the characters and Sadie and Laura, and I really enjoyed the romance in this book. So yeah. Okay, the next one I'll talk about is Finding Audrey, and this is actually Sophie Kinsella's first and only young adult novel. All her other books are adults, and I've read most of her adult books. Obviously her one young adult, and she also has these children books, which I have not read. It's called like Fairy Mom and Me, something like that. So yeah, so Finding Audrey, it focuses obviously on Audrey, and something dramatic happened while she was in school with like a group of girls, and she's just now dealing with the consequences of that, and she has like, I think it's social anxiety. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's social anxiety, and that's why she wears the sunglasses all the time, because she doesn't like the eye contact with people. Okay, so it just follows her and her trying to get over, not over, but like her trying to like get through this time where she's dealing with this thing that happened to her in school, as well as dealing with her now social anxiety. But one of the things I absolutely love about this book is the family aspect. I love this family. There's also romance involved, because there has to be romance, right? But the main thing I love is the family aspect. Her little brother, love him. He's so freaking cute. So yeah, so that's the next book. Okay, the next book I'm gonna talk about is My Not So Perfect Life. I honestly flew, when this book came out, I flew through it. Right from the beginning, I was dying laughing, because the things that were happening, it was just like, I can relate. Well, to a certain extent, because obviously Sophie Kinsella has to take it to like the next level and just make even more like a situation more embarrassing and just more dramatic. But absolutely loved it. I love the romance in it. I love the main character, and her just trying to like obviously deal with her not so perfect life, and the whole thing with trying to perceive that your life is perfect when in fact it's not. Yeah, which I feel like a lot of people can relate to, the whole social media thing with you know, trying to make your life online seem perfect, but in real life it's not what it seems. But yeah, I absolutely love this book. Flow through it. So freaking funny, relatable. The romance, love the romance as well. Then the next book I'm gonna talk about, I decide which. So if you guys know Sophie Kinsella, she is like mainly known for her series of Confessions of Shopaholic, and there's like I think 9 books in the series. So I said I'm only gonna mention one book in the series from the series, but it was hard to pick a book of like my favorite book in the series. But I'm gonna go with Confessions of Shopaholic. This is the 5th book in the series, which is Chabahavic Baby. I don't know what it is about this book specifically that I absolutely love. I guess it's just all the dramatics that went on with Becky being pregnant, and just like this whole like side thing that it wasn't really a side thing. It was like the main thing. I guess maybe it's a side thing because the main thing is her being pregnant, but there's just a whole other dramatic thing that's going on that I was really invested in. I thought that it was true. I thought one of the characters completely betrayed me, but it all turned out all right in the end. It's hard to talk about because obviously it's the fifth book in a series, and spoilers, I mean it's already a spoiler with her being pregnant. But yeah, absolutely love the series, absolutely love this installment in the series. So yeah, I also am gonna mention an honorable mention because I just had to, because I read this one came out last year and absolutely loved it. It was such a fun time reading. I didn't read this edition, this is just like my pretty edition, but that is Christmas Shopaholic. This is the latest installments in the Shopaholic series, and the reason why I love this book is just because it's Christmas. It was so much fun being back with these characters and getting some answers that were left unanswered in the last book in the series, the book right before this one. And the way it ended, I loved it. and there better be a next book because I need to know more. Yeah. Also, I predicted a good amount of things in this. One thing didn't come true, but a lot of things I was right about, and it was just so much fun being back in this world, being back with these characters. And yeah, so that's all I have to say. This is really top 6 books, but whatever. Okay, so those are all of my favorite books by Sophie Kinsella. I honestly love pretty much all of her books because they're just such a fun time. But yeah, let me know down below who your favorite author is and your favorite book by that author. So yeah, that's all I have for you guys for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I know what kind of videos I should post on here. And like always, all of my social media links will be linked down below in the description box. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to become a member of a little family here on Yari Hearts Books. And I'll catch you guys here next time. Bye!